This week we're going to play a little Curse of Strahd. So, as we'll play D&D, I brought along some of my friends. I'd like to go around the virtual table and introduce some of them now. So, starting off to my left here, Brandon. Brandon, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the character you've been playing tonight?
Hello, everyone. I am Brandon. Um, I do streaming when I'm not playing D&D with Patrick, and I do work with him. Tonight I'll be playing Voltus, Deuce, She Thurshrew. He is a tiefling rogue warlock, and right now he is in searching of the assassin that killed his mother and sister.
Indeed. All right, carrying on, we have Gracie. Gracie, why don't you tell us a little about yourself, a little about the character you were playing tonight.
Yeah, so my name's Gracie. I'm a Starbucks barista at Hy-Vee. The character that I'm playing tonight, her name is Esme. She's a centaur fighter. And she's just she's the last of her tribe, so she's just kind of fighting a suitor so that she can rebuild her tribe again. And that is her.
Thank you for that. Continuing on, we have Matt. Matt wants to tell us a little about yourself and about the character you were playing tonight.
I am Matt. Father, friend, brother. Tonight I'm playing Silva, a wood elf. He quickly became well known for his stealth abilities in the woods of his home, and was recruited into like a resistance that protected their tribe from invaders and just general dangers to his people. And quickly made him name for himself as a forward scout slash shock troop. After several years of that, the resistance force was really no longer needed. So after it disbanded, he took up adventuring and traveling to do what he does best, kind of thing.
Okay. I like that. Continuing on, we have Curtis, my brother, from another mother. Want to tell us a little bit about yourself and a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight?
Well, my name's Curtis. I go by Ninja Monkey FPV. I fly FPV drones and all that. Also play D&D from time to time with my brother and all of our fine friends here. Tonight I'm playing Zephyr Moon Whisper, which is a fairy rogue monk that has just been trying to find his way out of this area. Yeah, not real sure how and why he got here, but he's just trying to figure out his way out.
And continuing on, we have Wesley. Wesley wants to tell us a little about yourself and a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight.
All right. Hi, I'm Wes. I work at the same place as both Pat and Brandon, and I also work at a grocery store, part time. The character I'm going to be playing tonight is an artificer wizard named Varus. He's very unclear about his origins, but he searches around and has been adventuring to try to uncover who he is. Because for some reason the memories have just been erased from his mind. But unfortunately, he does get cursed with nightmares. That could be flashbacks of his past.
I like that. Very good. Continuing on, we have Damon. Damon wants to tell us a little about yourself and a little about the character you're going to be playing tonight.
Ooh. Yeah, my name's Damon. I also work at Quaker, making screens. But my character tonight will be Uther, a human fighter. I kind of grew up in a mountainous region, was a conscripted soldier for a small little war that was going on in his area. After the war, him and a few of the soldiers kind of just traveled around trying to make a name for themselves. Tried to stop highwaymen in the region, and did so with pretty good effort, gaining local renown, being a folk hero. But my character has a little bit of a secret that he keeps from everyone. He wasn't actually one of the heroes of that conscripted soldier kind of unit. He was more of just like a lowly squire, more like the water boy of the group. But they all vanquished in a great battle against some highwaymen. My character picked up one of the helmets, put it on, and claimed the fame. But trying to uphold the honor of those people, he's been going around and trying to uphold their honor and glory whilst trying to hide the shame of, not being one of the original members that, kind of formed this unit.
Very interesting. Okay. All right. So, a lot of you all fairly well adventured or well experienced adventurers, coming from the land. Each of you in your own perspective, part of the land, whether it be, perhaps Boulder Gate or uh, somewhere along the Sword Coast, what have you. You find yourself walking along or sitting at your camp, perhaps eating a Matt had said, and um, you find yourself surrounded by a mist, a fog that comes in thick, and from that mist you end up finding yourself in a strange land. As the trees, they seem different than they were before. What once were pine trees, perhaps, or some oaks, find that you're in a land with a bunch of will-o-wisps, and most of the trees are dead or dying. Those of you that may be in tune with nature feel a strange sensation, as though connection somehow seems to be off. Do we have any druids in the group? I don't believe we do. We do have a fey creature.
And Silva is he feels pretty close to nature, though not a druid.
We've got a centaur, a very fey creature. An elf, yes. So you guys may be feeling that a little bit of a tie that seems to be a little bit off. Uh, you find that you are not alone in the mists, as different shadows come and begin to form. Other humanoid shadows, right? Through the shadows, you see, well, essentially each other. We've got Centaur, so you see a very large humanoid torso attached to a horse body emerge from the uh, mists. An elf, I believe, a tiefling, and a human. Two tieflings. Is that correct? Artificer. You're a tiefling too, right? So a strange lot. Two tiefling. You have a what race? Where's your custom lineage? I know that you're reborn, right, Wesley? But what do
Yes.
you appear as?
I appear humanoid in look, but it seems like all of the color has been drained from my face. So it's kind of like he kind of looks like my profile picture. White hair, a white face, dark outlines, and white eyes.
What about you, Brandon? What does your character look like? I can't hear you.
Sorry, I was muted. My character, he's gonna appear as like a midnight blue color to the skin. He's gonna have these emerald green eyes and kind of like the horns of Hellboy, but not as big. But they're going back towards his head, to the back of his head.
Okay. Gracie, we talked about you are a centaur, right?
Mhm.
What does your character look like as you emerge from the mist?
Um, she has kind of like a cream, kind of blondish hair. She has heterochromia, so I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's where your eyes are two different colors. So her right eye is like a hazel, and her left eye is a blue. She was a slave, so she doesn't know that not wearing clothes is not normal. So yeah, she's just kind of out there. And she has like a big, like, draft horse body because she was a slave on a farm. So cool story.
What color is your horse fur?
um, it's kind of like a chestnut, and it's kind of like, trying to find a good example. If you look up like trying to think of the horse, like the Bushlight horses, or the not Bushlight, Budweiser, the Budweiser draft horses.
Okay,
That as the
okay.
body. Sorry, I'm struggling.
I do it all the time.
Right. Yes. So she has a chestnut, looking fur, but it kind of like, I don't know if dapple's the right word for it, but on her back it's kind of like the same color as her hair, but like fades. Does that make sense?
Cool, like an ombre.
Yeah. Yeah. If I find an actual horse picture, I will send it to the group chat.
Awesome.
Thank you for bearing with me. And that is what she looks like. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for that. All right. Up next, there. What does your character end up looking like, emerging from the fog?
Silva's got hold on. Silva, like I said, is a wood elf. He's not very tall. I'd put him at around, which is, I'd put him around 5 feet, a little over 5 feet. So he's smaller in stature, but it has been more of a boon than a hindrance for what he does. Um, his clothing is lots of greens and dark browns. Um, he has his long black hair goes down to about his waist. Um, but he's very Spartan in his stuff. Like he doesn't have a huge pack or anything. He just has, he doesn't have a bunch of different weapons. He doesn't have a bunch of things. Kind of just what's essential for what he needs to travel. He doesn't want a big bulky pack. As he's going through the forest or trying to travel around. So yeah, you see a short elf with long black hair. Probably with the environment change, he's probably got his bow out and he's checking things out, making sure there's no threats.
Okay. Very good. Thank you for that. Curtis, what does your character look like? I think you're muted, Curtis.
Yeah, I was trying to uh sure of what my character looks like. I'm I'm a fairy, so I'm small size. Uh, have kind of like dragonfly wings, like two sets of wings, and it kind of have like I guess dragonfly like attributes.
Okay. By correcting myself, actually, I think you're probably not actually there at that moment. As you are, I got another plan for you because you already are in Barovia, right?
Correct. Should be.
I see. So one, two, turn your attention to 20. I'll show you what I'm doing. Guys, set up here. You guys emerging from the fog can see not only the lot of yourselves, but vegetation and so forth around you. The trees in the distance, like I said, look a bit dead, but trying to find your token there, buddy. Sorry, I was better set up earlier today. At least I thought I was before I took a nap. Then I took a nap and, well, I had some stuff I needed to get set up. So I should have been doing that instead of sitting outside chilling. That's my own fault. So I'm assigning you guys the ability to control your own tokens. Okay. As you guys are emerging from the fog, As I said, you can see each other. Um, so a human, tiefling, centaur, elf, arriving in a strange land from the fog. I'm gonna turn it over to you guys for a little bit. I'm gonna be quiet and just let you guys do your own thing. Okay? So you guys see each other coming out of the fog. You guys were in a strange place, and now you're here. How do you all feel about that?
I'm going to put away a turkey leg and pull out my bow.
All right. So you see the elf pop up for what appears to be a squat position, as though he was sitting around a campfire, and he has a chicken leg in his hand. He drops the chicken leg and produces his bow as you guys talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for reactions. I'm gonna see if this was some kind of trap or
As
dangerous situation.
as Silva pulls out, as I see Silva pulling out his bow, I immediately unsheath my rapier.
Whoa. Guys. I don't know you guys, but it looks like we're about to have a fight on our hands. First off, let's figure out where we're at, what we're doing here.
I only drew my weapon in response to him.
Okay. Why did you draw your weapon out, man? I mean, know you don't know me. What's going on? Let's try to figure out what's going on here.
I mean, were you not just magically arrived in this place mysteriously? Because this is not where I was a moment ago.
This is not where I was either.
Definitely wasn't.
So I don't know you. Let's try to figure out what's going on. We're obviously teleported to this place at the same time. Let's try to figure out. Let's get our bearings first. Let's start with some names. My name is Valdus. What's your name, man? Matt, I'm talking to you.
I am Silva.
Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, I am still expecting unexpected. Better safe than sorry, though. I'm not gonna shoot anyone unless they come at me, but you can't put it against me for wanting to make sure I got my bases covered.
Oh no, I completely get it. I get you on that one. New people, new environment, don't know what's going on. I get it. They just don't want us to have a fight on our hands.
So you weren't about to attack with your bow?
No, I just said that I have it out, and I'm going to keep it out because strange place. I'm not going to unless someone comes at me.
Okay. So with that, I will sheath my sword. My name is Varus. That's all you need to know.
Barks like a dog?
Okay.
Excuse me?
Curtis isn't there.
Did you say barks like a dog?
No. Varus.
Bars. Oh, okay.
With a V.
Okay.
And at that point, Varus is going to kind of look over because he hasn't noticed Esme yet. He's going to kind of be like, okay, so we have Vardis, Silva, random person who can't pronounce my name, and
my name's Zephyr.
Zephyr.
That Curtis, you are not there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
An image in my head just vanished. It just vanished.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, it's one of the things I had mentioned, Curtis, originally. You chose to be a character that already pre-existed in Barovia, so we have yet to get to you just yet.
My bad.
Okay. You're okay. But you do see a centaur and a human as well.
So as I'm talking to Vardis and Silva, I look over and I notice Esme, and I kind of look up. I'm like, whoa. Well, hello.
Hello, I
And
am Esme.
oh, um, hmm, uh-huh. And you are? I'm saying to I'm sorry, man, I didn't catch. I can't remember your name. The human.
Damon.
David. Thank
Lighting
you.
a torch. Lighting a torch. My character will introduce himself as Uther the Pikeman.
Uther.
And
Okay. So Vardis, Silva, Uther, and Esme. Okay. This is an forgive me. This is very weird. Anyone have any clues as to why we're here?
I have no earthly idea. That's why I was trying to. Didn't know what was going on. All I saw was people start bringing out weapons, and I was just like, you know what? Let's kind of simmer down.
So, Valdis. Valdis.
Yes.
Let me go ahead and get a perception check for me.
Okay. $13.
Okay. So you notice that on your feet, under your feet, you're actually on walking on a little bit of gravel, and you kind of observe the area around, and you see that it's actually a path, like a walking path or a road that seems to stretch on through the mist. And as you're looking down the road, okay, you can see there are some sort of lights in the distance that seem to flicker. Do you hear me?
Lights in the distance
Yes.
that are flickering.
Yeah.
we all see this.
Well, Brandon, he was looking for signs of something. So you guys can all roll perception checks. But yeah, Brandon, you do see signs of something, a road, and off in the distance you see lights.
Well, I'm gonna look at the rest of everybody, and I'm gonna go, hey guys, down the road, we may have some sort of settlement or anything like that. I'm seeing lights down the path. I go check it out.
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, I might be able to check it out before we even arrive, if possible.
Okay.
At that moment, Varus would like to cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Find Familiar at level 1.
All right.
With this ability, I am able to summon a spirit that takes the form of an animal I choose. And I am choosing the spirit of an owl.
Okay.
Okay. So the owl itself has a fly speed of 60 feet. And it also has dark vision up to 120 feet. I guess I should have clarified that. I should have asked before I did this. Is it particularly, what's the time of day?
Do me a survival check.
Okay. Uh, 23.
23. All right, so it is very foggy, very misty. Okay, you see that there's a lot of overcast. You're seeing that the sun, you can make it out as like um, a you can see it trying to pierce the clouds from above. It seems to be perhaps mid-morning. Like it's not the sun isn't just rising, but it's like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. It
Okay.
is deep into the east.
Okay. Then, yeah, I proceed to summon this owl spirit. Vardis, which direction is the lights?
Amazingly enough, east.
Oh, east. So at that point, I would like to send my owl spirit east. 60 feet, I guess.
So you guys send your owl spirit off in the distance, and through the fog, your owl and you can see that there is a town not far from where you are.
Okay. Yep, it is a settlement. I don't see anything suspicious. It is definitely worth inspecting. At which point, Varus will kind of put his fingers to his lips and let out a low whistle sound, basically calling the spirit back to him. And the owl will come back and kind of roost and light on Varus's shoulder. Shall we proceed?
Oh, your owl is so cute.
Thank you. And kind of under his breath, he'll go, "Not as cute as you."
So, everyone, go ahead and roll me some perception checks, including you, Curtis.
Varus got a 25.
I also got a 25.
I got 26. I win.
Ah,
24 for Uther.
nice. Really good perception checks. What about you, the Brandon?
Nat 1 with a +6 for a 7.
Okay.
Yep.
My life.
I'm busy chasing butterflies.
You're chasing something. We'll get that to that in a moment. What about you, Brandon?
You're muted, Brandon.
Nat 1 for a total of 7.
Okay. Well, you do see off in the distance, Brandon. Of course, this town. You can hear a terrible sound of something hollering. Something screeching. An unholy or inhuman screech. Sorry, guys. So I have a confession to make, guys. A couple of days ago, about a week ago, I had a friend of mine that ended up passing away. It's been on my mind a lot, so it's a little bit distracting. I apologize. His name was Josh, Anyway, you never know the last time you're going to speak to someone. So you guys, you hear that, Brandon, but you cannot seem to find the source. You do hear it coming from somewhere in town. Okay, so it seems to be coming from off in the distance. All right. The rest of you do see this source. I'm going to show you this now. All right. What you're observing is what seems to be a mass of undead creatures that are pulled together to create one hulking being. That is a collection of humanoid undead strapped together, okay, to make one symbiont host. Does that make sense? And this host has two large appendages as arms and two short appendages as legs, but no observable head, as it has like hundreds of heads. This is what's called a zombie clot. Okay?
A zombie what?
Clot. Okay?
Love it. I dig it.
Mm.
And it's about 20 feet tall. Okay? It's literally about as big as some of these buildings here. Okay? Curtis.
Yeah.
Okay? So you've been actually fighting this thing. Okay? You're on top of a building, looking down upon it, which you've been hurling your arsenal upon it. The rest of you also see, you do see this fairy on top of the building shooting, what is it, you have like fire bolts or something like that, right?
I think. Hold on one second.
I believe that's right.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't have your character sheet for some reason. Probably because it's the old character in a different game.
I've got an oath bow.
Okay, so you're shooting arrows at it?
Well, yeah, I've got fairy fire, oath bow. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of stuff like that, but yeah, I'd be shooting my oath bow.
Why don't I see your character, Curtis?
I don't know. Zephyr Moon Whisper.
Which campaign are you in?
It's probably in the it might be in the Curse of Strahd other one.
The old campaign I have deactivated. Maybe is that where you're at?
Oh my goodness. Oh. He's in the Team Bravo.
Yeah, that's
Okay, leave that campaign.
okay. Found you. All right. Someone made a character name. Fucker. Anyway, okay, got you here. Okay. All right, so you're shooting your arrows down from above the building at this creature, but you don't see the party arriving. Brandon, you do hear the sounds of combat and the sounds of screeching this creature, but you are unable to see the source of it. The rest of you see a humanoid being, two humanoid beings, okay, that are shooting what appears to be one shoots some sort of eldritch magic like a green beam, eldritch blast at it, while another lets loose with what appears to be a magic missile. You see a number of bolts fly out and hit the creature. At this point in time, I would like for everyone to go ahead and roll initiative.
Nat 1 for a total of 4 for Uther.
So, safe bet that you will be going last.
19
No.
for Varus.
9 for Esme.
8.
Uh, who said 8? Was that you, Curtis?
Yes.
Brandon?
12.
And Matt, what do you got?
23.
Nice.
Good roll.
Okay, so Matt, you were up first. Okay. So you see this battle taking place just outside of this town that you've arrived upon. A large creature made of multiple what appears to be zombies is encroaching upon a number that seem to be fighting it with magical abilities. So you see a fairy, what appears to be a tiefling, and perhaps a human wizard. Fairy. Tiefling. Human wizard.
I'm going to give a. Let's see. I'm gonna give a quick, serious look to the rest of the people that are around me. And then I'm going to try and do my thing. I'm gonna book it over towards this bush. I have 45 feet of movement, so I should be able to make it with some to spare. I'm gonna drop into. I'm gonna attack first.
Okay.
So I'm going to. I'm gonna regular attack.
Okay.
And my glorious introduction has failed miraculously with a nat 1 for a total of 12. And with that miraculousness, I'm going to drop into stealth, and I'll end my turn with a stealth roll.
So go ahead and roll that stealth for me, and you shoot, and it hits the building.
The stealth roll it would be a 23. I rolled a 7, but anything under 10, 9 and under counts as 10. So plus the 13 is a 23.
All right. Where your arrow hit, you're seeing what appears to be some sort of creatures. Zombies start making their way through the alleyways towards you guys.
Oh, perfect. More uninvited guests.
All right. So that brings us actually to Wesley. Wesley, you see your new companion run off and start firing upon the incoming enemies. What would you like to do?
Let's see. First, I would like to reach behind my back under my pitch black cloak and pull out what seems to be along to the rest of them, maybe they might not have ever seen it before, a long stick with a metal tube on it. But to me, it's my rifle.
Okay.
And then I am going to move 40 feet up behind Silva. And I am going to say to him, you might want to duck. Now, whether he does or not.
So you got behind him, so you'd have to duck. That's funny.
I'm stealthed. I should be ducking behind a bush.
Yeah.
Perfect. In that case, since Silva's ducked behind the bush, I'm going to take aim at the zombie clot, which is 90 feet away, but luckily my rifle has a range of 100 up to 120. And I will proceed with the first of 2 shots.
Okay.
Right. Attack roll. Does a 24 hit?
24 will hit.
Okay. So as I take aim, this blue light, this kind of bluish, like nightish, darkish blue light, kind of just starts forming inside the barrel of the rifle. And as I pull the trigger, this like beam of light just shoots out. It's quick, it's in a flash. It is a magical bullet that hits and does. Oh. 43 points of damage.
An antimatter rifle?
Mm-hmm. And that is necrotic damage, ironically.
I wouldn't imagine that an antimatter rifle would shoot anything. But how much damage are we doing?
43.
Thank you. Is that going to end your turn?
I still have one more attack.
All right, let's make it.
So, still aimed. I don't even reach to reload. Because of my artificer background, I have actually infused the weapon with the ability to create its own ammunition.
That's okay. Let's get the attack, please.
All right, attacking again. Oh, 28.
Okay. Roll damage.
Okay. This time it's only 29.
Okay. So that's necrotic damage, right?
Yes, sir.
So you notice you hit this thing full force, but it's and what should do massive amounts of damage do nothing to this thing. It seems this thing is made of somewhat unholy energy, much like the energy that we're shooting at. Is that going to end your turn?
That will, in fact, end my turn.
And that brings us to Matt. Oh, wait, no. Wait, Matt? No, you were. No, that was Braun. Who rolled a 12?
Almost.
I rolled a 12.
Okay. Brandon. Brandon, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So I see my 2 companions run over to this bush, correct? Or am I still
Yes.
looking the other way?
All right, so you roll. I forgot. You rolled a natural 1 on your perception, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, we're gonna say you're gonna lose a turn. Okay. Next turn you're gonna have an action. Okay. That's my
Okay.
fault. Okay.
No, you're
That's
fine.
gonna be the unfortunate circumstance. So this turn you're gonna be seeing everyone rushing into battle and be like, "What is going on?" And then you'd be like, "Oh, I think we should be fighting now." Okay. Gracie.
I got
Gracie,
you.
you're seeing the commotion and stuff like that. You see the combat. What are you doing? You do see one of your companions pull out this massive rifle that loads up this energy, and he shoots it at this thing, and he seems very disappointed. I'm sorry about that, my man. I did not realize you were just going to be lobbing the very energy these things are made of.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
No, you're not dead yet. I'm sure you have all sorts of other things that you can do. You are an artificer, right? You can make just about anything.
I'm only part artificer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to
Gracie, I see you
measure.
kind of out. It's fine. Very good.
Okay. I'm gonna move my 40 to right here. And I'm going to commit crimes. My little measuring thing doesn't want to work. Okay, that's cool. Then I'm gonna get out my longbow. And I'm going to shoot the little zombie guy by the house.
Little zombie guy, but that's okay. You got 3 of them there. I'm gonna call this zombie here all the way to the far screen.
Yeah,
It's going
that
to
one.
be zombie 1. Then we're
Okay.
gonna zombie and zombie 3. Okay. Tell
Okay,
me which one you're
I'm a zombie 1.
zombie 1. Very good. Make an attack.
Does a 23 hit?
23 does it. You guys are rolling really definitely hitting.
That would be 10 piercing damage.
10 piercing damage. Very good. All right.
And then I'm going to attack zombie 1 again with the longbow.
Okay. Make that attack, please.
Does a 22 hit?
Yes, it does.
And that does 9 damage.
Okay.
So that does
So
19 damage overall.
you shoot, and the first shot hits the zombie straight into the shoulder. The second shot lands it in the head, and it falls over. With a groan, it lies lifeless on the ground. Will that end your turn?
Yeah, and then Ismay just goes, "Oh yeah!"
Okay. Uh, Okay. And so Curtis, you're on top of this building. You're seeing, the battle taking place. You probably even see um, the Animiter rifle that ends up firing at this thing. And luckily it doesn't imbue, just kind of like negate, I don't know, nullifies itself, I guess, as far as things being immune to different energy types. Uh, what would you like to do, Curtis?
I can't see anything on Roll20 right now. I don't have it up. I don't have
Okay,
it.
that's fine.
But I'm just gonna
Just
continue
know that you're
attacking.
about like 30 feet from this thing, but you're elevated. Okay, so you're about 20 feet up in the sky, above the battlefield, and about 30 feet from this creature. You don't see the companions coming from the road, but you do see the direction of fire. Okay, if you'd like to make a perception check to, see where that fire is coming from, you can. Or if you'd like to continue attacking this creature, you can. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna continue attacking the creature, but first I'm gonna use a fairy fire on
Okay, very good.
it, just so I have.
So you light it up with fairy fire. Now this does a number of different creatures in an area. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're kind of, centering it to where it'll affect everyone. Okay.
Yes,
And
correct.
I'm going to go ahead and what color fairy this thing?
Let's do green.
Green. Okay. So everyone shooting at these creatures that are lit up with this green energy are going to have advantage on the attempt. Okay. Is that going to end your turn, Curtis?
Uh, yes, for now. Yes.
Okay. All right. So from there, we come down to Damon, okay, or Uther. Uther, you see your new companions all rushing into battle to engage these creatures. You see zombies as well as this large, as I described, zombie clot, a mass of different zombies pulled together, creating one large sentient creature. And different combatants are engaged with it. What would you like to do? You are about 130
I would.
feet from the monster, okay, at this point in time, and your friends have run about 40 feet ahead.
Okay. I guess I would just like to use the dash action to try to get 60 feet closer and
Okay.
draw my +1 halberd.
Okay.
So that would end my go.
So I'm gonna put you on the other side of Matt's character, so you're not like blocking him exactly, but you guys are all kind of right over in the same area. I'm kind of keeping you guys together. Okay. So that ends your turn. That brings us back to the top of initiative, which is actually going to start back off with Matt. Matt, it is your turn.
Did
Companions starting to, or your new companion starting to rush forward, and I moved the wrong guy. There we
did this guy with the giant rifle, did that break my stealth? Since he like shot above me with a giant beam of light.
I looking in your direction may have advantage on the perception check, but no, you're still stealthing as stealthily as you can.
Just in case, I'm gonna get away from that guy.
I can't imagine why.
Finding my own bush.
Watch everyone rush again. I am fighting you.
I'm gonna go ahead after finding my new bush. I'm gonna take a shot at the big nasty, and with him on Strike Fire, I get advantage, correct?
You do get advantage for this attempt.
I'm going to. I don't know I've never done it before. I clicked and I rolled with advantage. Um, and then I'm gonna roll. Do I roll one more time for Elven accuracy for
So
three d20s
no,
on
I mean no, you don't
advantage?
really. I mean, you already get advantage on the attempt, so really the if you miss with advantage, I'll say yeah, sure, why not? If you
Well,
really need that, all that, you
I
can
think
roll it 3 times.
yeah. I just didn't know if it was if I miss or do I just get 3d20s
You
or
can roll 3d20s. That's okay. Technically, it's the abilities of the character, tacked on with the, and it doesn't say that it doesn't stack. So sure, why not?
We'll go with the 27 to.
Okay. Yeah. You hit. You are shooting with a bow, correct?
Correct.
So it has
Um,
arch.
and that's. I'm trying to find my sneak damage. Hold on. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. I found it. They moved it on me. That's 23 total.
23 points of damage. And what damage type is that? Is this piercing, right?
It's just straight piercing. Yes.
Okay.
And that
Yeah.
is. Can I dip back into cunning action, hide bonus action?
Yes, you may.
I'll refresh my thing with a 25.
25 stealth. Okay.
And that's my turn.
So you guys watch as these creatures, these zombies that were appearing from the house, they start making their way towards this clock. Okay. And they seem to be absorbed by this creature.
That's
As
terrifying.
creature, or just forward. Okay. And then you start seeing more zombies. Starting to appear. From the town. Curtis, you can see that they're. Roll me a. Wait, I'll wait till we get to your turn. So you're seeing these creatures starting to come out from the town. Okay, starting to appear as this creature is absorbing these zombies, and they're just becoming more of it. And it takes a shot at this guy right here. Okay. He actually throws a corpse of a zombie at the guy. Okay. So I'm going to make that attack. That is going to hit. Okay. So he gets hit by this body, which then envelops it. He's covered with this creature. Yeah, he fails his save. So he's actually under like bodies of zombies right now. So you guys, just kind of see the effects of what happens when you hit you with a ranged attack. Is you just get like immediately constricted by this thing, and you're just covered in like body parts. So that brings Wesley. Wesley, you see this terrifying creature absorb zombies and start lobbing parts of them at these adventurers that seem to be fighting along with you. This human mage then once again looses a spell, and a lightning bolt shoots out, hitting the large creature. It is your turn. What would you like to do?
My turn?
It is Wesley's turn.
Wesley. Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. About how far is it from me right now? About 70 feet. So, first, Varus, looking completely surprised that his rifle didn't work, quickly gathers himself and moves.
I don't have Messenger on my computer. Can you send Roll20 to the Discord Curse of Strahd in the text channel on there?
Sorry, I apologize. Curtis just came and asked me a question real quick. Let me do something for him real quick, and it'll take me just a moment.
Okay.
He doesn't have access to Roll20.
I'm trying to use it on my phone, and I can't use it on my phone. It's being stupid.
Yeah, I just got to send you another link to you. Just take me 1 second to do that. I show you in this campaign already.
It's
Yeah, it's okay. Just give me
I'm
1
on
second.
it on my mobile. I don't have I don't have Messenger on my computer to.
Okay. All right, I'm sending the link to the Discord chat. You should be able to see it there. All right. And Wesley, I apologize.
You're fine.
What was your action?
First, I'm going to move to where my character currently is, right here.
Okay.
Then, I'm going to say, well, if the rifle doesn't work, how about this? And I will use a cantrip and cast Firebolt.
Okay. Fast. And fire firebolt. And
8.
Make me a check. I'm sorry?
8 on the attack.
You do have an advantage.
Right, that is right.
Oh. Was that an 8 with advantage?
No.
Okay.
Now it's 23.
Very good. That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 10 points of fire damage.
All right. Nicely done.
And then,
You should have another. Well, okay, that's a spell. Yeah, so.
it's a cantrip,
Is that
actually.
your turn? What's that?
It's a cantrip.
Yes, still a spell.
So that would
Which
take up both of my attack actions.
It takes up your attack action, correct? If you look at the casting
Oh,
time,
okay,
of the
okay.
spell, it takes an action.
So since I have 2 attacks per action, I could just fire off 2 firebolts?
No, You can only cast one spell per attack. Now, yeah. So as you get higher and higher in levels, it allow you to throw more damage dice. Okay, and some spells like Eldritch Blast will give you multiple bolts that you can throw out. But no, you only get the one action unless you have Quicken Spell, which then allows you to cast another spell as a bonus action.
Okay. All right, then yeah, that will end my turn.
All right. So that brings us to Brandon. Brandon, you started getting your bearings, and you're seeing this creature forward. You're seeing the battle unfold. This creature sits about 100 feet from you. The being that's covered with this necrotic mass of flesh is about 80 feet from you, while the rest of your party are about 20 or 40 feet from you. But they're ahead of zombies are appearing out of the different unknown allies fight this zombie plot as it lurches forward. What would you like to do?
So I'm gonna move my full walk movement. I'm gonna come
Run behind the bush.
Yeah. I want to say that's right there. That's 30 feet.
Oh, sure.
And then I'm going to draw out my dragon wing shortbow.
Okay.
I'm going to do radiant damage. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Damage. That is a 7 plus a d6. I think. Yeah, 1d6. One for radiant.
What's the damage on that?
So the total damage. Total damage was 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you notice that when you hit it with the blast or the arrow, it does a lot more damage than you expected. As the radiant damage explodes from it, and it seems to burn the creature, and it gives out an unholy screech. Okay. Will that end your turn?
Let's see. 2 actions. Let's see what else I can. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot another arrow at him.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Alright. It's gonna do the same. So that'll be a 10. Total of 13. 3 radiant damage. Yes.
And that's going to, once again, the energy seems to greatly upset it as it lurches from the blast. Will that end your turn?
That will end my turn.
It seemed like mediocre, only 8 and 13 was actually 16 and 26. Alright, so that brings us to Gracie. Gracie, your companions fighting the good fight as they take the battle to this giant zombie creature. Radiant damage seems to have hurt it considerably as your companion looses bows that give off a white energy that make the creature lurch and scream. What would you like to do?
Okay, so I am going to move up to Uther, since I noticed that he is a pikeman, and I'm going to offer him to get on my back so that I can go in and he can, like, jab.
Wait,
Yeah.
repeat that last part? You're going to offer him to get on your back, is that right? Ride you?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Alright, so you're in there until Damon has an opportunity to do so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna move
So-
forward, tell him, get on my back. So we're gonna hold your action there until Damon's turn. Okay? So we're gonna move on to Curtis. Curtis, it's your turn. Okay. You see these new combatants start to enter the battlefield. Some radiant damage to this large zombie clot. Your friend seems to have been covered in some form of flesh from this creature, and he's immobilized. You can hear him struggle and even scream as though he's taking.
That's this one here.
That is correct. Pardon me.
Um. Oh, crap. Oh, I'm trying to figure this stuff out.
You good? Don't worry about the roll 20 part of it just yet. It's not really necessary.
Yeah, I was just checking something. I want to fly down there and oh shit, never mind. Oh, there it is. And use cure wounds.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you can pause. Okay, so he's actually under this mass of flesh, so it's like enveloped him. Okay.
Oh, my bad. But
I may not have explained that exactly correctly. So let me. So zombie blood. Let me bring it up. It's a little bit of a creature that I derived from an already created creature. I just added a little
Okay,
bit of something
well-
to make it more of a. So
well then in that case, I'm gonna use enlarge reduce and do it on the zombie clot. Reduce the size of it.
I like that. Okay.
To con 14.
Okay. So the zombie flings a detached clump of corpses at a creature he can see within 30 feet of it. The creature must succeed a strength DC strength saving throw or take 13 or 16, bludgeoning damage. If the creature is larger or smaller, the creature in dead flesh, into the dead flesh is restrained, has total cover against attacks and other effects outside the dead flesh. It takes 10 points per turn. Sucks. Very bad. So yeah, that's basically what's going on. She's covered in this dead flesh of this detached zombie, and he's literally taking necrotic damage every turn. So what do you want to do there, Curtis?
I wanted to cast reduce size on
the zombie clot, right?
Right.
So that's going to be a spell save. What is the save for that?
It's a con 14.
14. Okay. Roll that either. Okay. It shouldn't have a bonus to its constitution because it's undead. It has a +3. Interesting. It's not enough for it to succeed, though. It fails, so it gets reduced in size. Well done, Chris. So it goes from huge to large. Well done. All right. So it goes from being about 20 feet tall to about 10 foot. Okay. Will that end your turn?
I don't think I have anything else to do. Hold on.
Now you do notice that there is a zombie coming through the alleyways of the buildings that surround you. I want to make sure you know that too. You are okay. They can't get you up there unless they learn to climb.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hang out up here for now.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Damon. Damon, as the battle rages forth, your newest companion, Big Four, has charged forward on the battlefield and stopped next to you, beckoning you to ride her. What would you like to do?
Okay. Using my halberd, I will kind of hoist myself up onto the horse.
Okay.
Half. Gotta just kind of try to get settled up on there and hold my halberd out like a lance.
Okay.
She looks back at you and says, "Don't be afraid to pull my hair if you need to hold on."
Oh. Make you guys like a unit here. You guys are basically sharing each other's space. Gracie, you have a rider. You used about 15 foot of your movement. Okay. What would you like to do with the rest of it?
Okay. Sorry. Math is hard.
What? Gracie.
Okay. Sorry, I had to do math.
Oh, math is hard. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry.
I had no idea what you're talking.
Okay. So I have 25 feet remaining.
Technically, you'd be there. So we're using the mapping. The creature is 50 feet from zombies, at least double that.
And I have a 10-foot reach with my weapon, so we don't have to get right up on it.
So, Gracie?
Sorry, my thing glitched out, so I had to reload.
It's okay.
Is there a possibility that we can get close to our friend who is drowning in flesh?
Yeah, you can get closer to him. So he's about 30 feet from you. What is your movement speed?
I have 25 feet left. Because I have a
Well,
40 movement speed.
Yeah, you can get right up to there. All right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well,
Just have to get there. Yeah. So, yeah, you'd be right about there.
Cool, I am
Damon,
5
you
feet
can
away from him.
attack this stuff. Okay. Same as you, Gracie.
We can or can't?
Can't. You can't.
Okay.
Can't.
Cool. Because that's what I plan on doing. I'm going to put away my longbow. And we'll dual wield my scimitars and attack the flesh that is consuming our friend.
Okay. You would normally get 2 attack actions, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm assuming you're not just going to drop your bow on the battlefield and charge forward. That whole thing. See, my issue is that you have a free action you can do every turn. Manipulate an item. You're manipulating 3. You see my problem?
Gotcha.
So I'll say that, whatever. I'm just going to allow it because it's more cinematic and it's cool. But under normal circumstances, you wouldn't really be able to do that. You know what you can do, though? Because you moved all that way up forward, you could use your charge thing with the hooves and, hit it with that.
That is true. I can. Yeah. I'll just kick it with my hooves.
Roll an attack.
Dang. Does an 8 hit?
Unfortunately, no. But you know what?
Wait, is the
I'm going to
fairy
give you
fire
advantage
still
on the
going?
attack. I'm going to give you advantage on the attack. Because I can
Nice.
do that.
15?
15 will hit.
That is 7 damage.
Nicely done. Okay. So you managed to charge forward, bringing a new friend, being this fighter of sorts with this halberd on your back. Charge forward and kick it with your hooves, doing a bit of damage to it. You feel it loosen as you kick it, giving way, but it still has this new possible companion in I'll give you an attack with your scimitar.
You're the best.
Okay.
16?
Next turn, if you want to draw the other one and attack with that, you get that. 16 will hit. Roll damage.
That's 3 damage.
I'm going to say drop your bow over there. So Wesley, you see the centaur drop their bow and, charge forward, fighting into combat. We'll say that you're like, maybe I'll pick that up for my newest companion. So you just grab it. That's what I'm going to say. So it stays in my realm of believability.
Okay. Yeah, I'll grab it and put it on my back.
And what's the damage on that attack there, Gracie?
It was 3.
3. Okay, so you may 10 points of damage to the side. Will that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So you will, on the back of this centaur, are brought within range of this massive flesh that seems to have this hero entombed beneath it, taking damage every turn. Damon, it is your turn. The rest of your turn, what would you like to do?
I would like to attack the creature, or the mound of flesh,
Flesh, right?
for 27 to hit.
You do hit.
7 points of slashing damage. And then I'm going to make a second attack.
All right, you guys are at 17 too.
17 total for the second attack.
That does hit. So 17.
12 points of slashing
12
damage.
points. Very good. So you kick it with your hooves, Gracie, and then hit it with your scimitar, and you see chunks start to fly off. You hit it with your halberd. You see a bit more. And that final blow with that 12, you see the rest of the flesh, it loosens and falls to the side, almost as if it's losing animation, as though it was like strangling this thing. And finally, you manage to kill this mound of flesh. He thanks you as he grasps for air, finally able to breathe. Would that end your turn?
Could I use the rest of my movement to dismount?
Yes, you can.
Alright. As I dismount, I'm gonna say that if this man's injured, we should probably get him back a little bit to safety, kind of gesturing to Esme. That maybe she could allow this person to mount up and be drawn back if needed.
I'm gonna use the same basic rules as like prone to standing to prone kind of thing, where it takes half your movement to like stand up and get down. Same thing of like mounting and dismounting. So we'll say that half of your movement's used by mounting, the other half of your movement's moved by dismounting. So that's going to be the total of your movement you're going to be able to do this turn. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And that ends your turn then?
Yeah. I'll just kind of have my pike at the ready.
All right. Yeah, I try to get this guy some help. As you say that, you see one of the wizard steps forward. He says, "So much for your assistance. We can use all we can get against this foul creature." And he looses yet another flurry of magic missiles that hit the creature, and it lumbers backwards. That brings us to... Oh, wait. Creature. No, I have the creature going after that. I got my dog going crazy outside. I'm not sure why. Okay. Let me take a 5-10 minute break. Okay. Let's call it a 10-minute break. Do a little. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette, whatever. Smoke them if you got them, and we'll come back. Okay. We got about an hour and a half
Sure.
left before I want to end up in the session. But yeah, pretty good here. Okay. Let me go see what that dog wants. All right.
Am I the only one not using a bow right now?
I think so.
That's hilarious. Yeah, one pikeman and a bunch of bowmen. That's funny.
Well, my bow's not real big. It's about the size of it'd be about the size of a crossbow without the rifle part of it. Because I mean, I'm a fairy, so I'm only like 2 foot, 3 foot tall.
That's cool.
So I got like a little short bow.
That's awesome.
How did it feel to ride a centaur?
Pretty cool. It's a pretty cool way to come into the first combat.
Yeah, because like I seen it in your name that you use a pikeman. I was like, oh, that makes sense. So I was like, hey, climb on back so we can jab.
I did take nature and stuff, so I could take some mounted combat later on, maybe. So it fit into my character, kind of
Oh, that's cool.
the arc that
I
I
think,
plan on going on. So.
but it's so funny that you asked if we can heal this person because she's proficient in medicine, nature, perception, arcana, athletics, and definitely survival. So she's like a walking nurse.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
My character is proficient in survival, perception, intimidation, athletics, which I have advantage, and then animal handling. So I could get some mounted combat and stuff going on.
As funny as it sounds, she has advantage in animal handling, deception, and intimidation, and also sleight of hand.
That's awesome.
What race is Unter?
Human.
Human. Okay.
It's
I like
about
take little
6'1".
side notes for like all the characters so I can remember who is who.
It's all good. I'm doing the same thing. I got PC looks and I got everybody's name wrote down. I'm taking little notes and I've got
Yeah.
by everybody's name. Bow, gun.
Right? You're just like, gun.
That's like
Yeah. Well, I only did the bow because like that zombie was like uber far away, so I was like, I can still attack.
I did take a sling for a ranged option. I seen an old picture of some warriors that would just take the slings and tie them around their heads like a bandana,
Oh, that's cool.
right? So I was like, I'm stealing that look for my character, and I'll just take that. And then I have a javelin, or I think I have 3 of them total.
That's cool. I know I need to actually buy weapons. I haven't had a chance to do that yet. I was thinking of getting sickles
Cool.
because I lied. I think I might do a trident because I can do a topple. I don't know. I think I'm gonna still go with sickles because it makes sense because she used to be a farm slave. It's an interesting story. If you would like to hear.
Oh yeah. My
That's how
character
she
was a
knows.
con.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you want to go ahead?
As I say, that's how she knows how to speak orc. Is because she was a slave on an orc farm.
What did they grow?
Wheat. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
I don't know.
They'd be
Just
growing them dank nugs. Yeah, that'd be funny.
hey, grow this magical thing called Zog. I don't know. It was just, I can just farm stuff, but like plantation. But,
Cool.
so that's the reason why she doesn't know that not wearing clothes is okay, because she was put with the other horses, like regular horses. So it's like, she's like, oh, this is normal, and it's like, not.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was because I found this thing on Pinterest, and someone like created a drawing of like a harness for like centaurs to wear for people to ride them, and I was like,
Chat.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
That's cool.
my gosh, I just found geese socks. I'm so excited. I'm getting the picture and I'll send it to you.
We
You
need to
say
get like a
socks?
Yeah, I like loaded Pinterest so I can like get the inspiration of her backstory. And I seen these goose socks and I was like, ah, those are so cool.
What were you saying,
Sorry,
David?
squirrel moment.
no, but if you're down for being a mount type character, we ought to invest in like a light chariot.
I mean, not for real. I mean, she used to pull plows and all that, so.
Right? That's what I was thinking. Be too
Slight,
far off?
slight PTSD, but it's okay.
That's my character was a conscript soldier, so like I was kind of just like taken and made to fight in this war. So like being on the back of the
Bro.
chariot, I'd be like, ah! And you pulling it, you'd be like, ah!
Bro, we just got drafted.
Right? I was freaking out the whole time. That'd be
I think for
hilarious.
her to be hearing the sound of whips, though, would probably be the moment.
So don't use sling around Esme.
You can probably use sling, but I'm talking about like,
What
especially
makes
like,
that whipping noise?
right?
Yeah.
I put it in the chat. That's where I got the
So we're about to get started
inspiration.
I'm like,
So we'll start back out with top of initiative, and that'll be with Matt. Matt,
Okay, is the
seeing
break over?
friends lurching forward into combat, freeing another
Joke's on you. It's only just begun.
ally from some sort of flesh that's entombed. You lie sneakily behind.
So I didn't know I was doing
bushes.
damage to
And another member
the zombie crowd.
shooting off with a radiant, some radiant energy. Twice. What would you like to do? Matt? Okay. All right, so we're about to get started again with get back into it here. Top initiative would be Matt. So Matt, you had this creature that had thrown some flesh at another, one of your companions, or potential companions, tubing him with flesh, where some of your newest companions have helped to free him. As you lie stealthily behind some bushes, as another one of your companions has charged forward behind the same bush and is lobbing arrows that have done radiant energy to this creature. That seems to have injured it quite severely. What would you like to do? Matt, are you there? Matt? Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Maybe Matt has stepped away and he's not back yet.
Seriously, I don't even see him in the chat anymore.
I see him there. I just don't. No. What's going on? I see him speaking. I see something going on there, but I don't hear him.
It's background noise. That's what you're seeing blow up.
That's what we're waiting for Matt to get back. Let's take a look at some of the stuff that's just sitting here. Pretty cool. You see, you found this on Pinterest.
Yeah. I was saying that's where I got the inspiration of like her being a farm slave.
Okay. Very cool. Matt, are you there?
Yeah, sorry, I'm back again.
So it is your turn. Okay. The large creature has been taking damage from one of your companions, highest being the same bush as you. Okay. That being some radiant damage that seems to have hurt it pretty severely. As members of your companions have gone to assist another member that was covered in some sort of undead flesh that had been tuned and encased. He has since been freed, but the battle rages forth. However, one of your companions has not only used fairy fire to make it easy to be seen, but has then reduced it in size, now it being only about 10 feet tall, when before it was 20.
Is it in? It's not in any kind of cover, right, from that bush.
Well, not technically, but it is kind of obscured a little bit by, I'd say it has partial cover, being that you got like two or three people that are in front of it, plus the bush, and it's 10 foot rather than 20 foot.
Right. Which should be fine with my sharpshooter. So
You have advantage with the fairy fire, which nullifies the disadvantage, making a normal attack. Your sharpshooter would then give you advantage on the attack, so it all works out.
Oh, I'm gonna -5 to hit for +10 damage on sharpshooter.
Okay.
For a 21 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage, please.
And damage will be 37 total. Piercing.
37 points. Okay. All right.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and drop another stealth roll for 23.
Okay. 23.
And that's my turn.
Okay. All right. And after your turn comes Wesley. Wesley, your companions seem to have helped one of your newest companions out, releasing him from this entombed flesh. As the rail rages along with your large creature that has been reduced in size, what would you like to do?
First, I have one question. Is this zombie clot? Is it just one creature, or is it just a bunch of individual zombies mashed together?
Bit of both. So it's a bunch of zombies that are mashed together, creating one sentient creature.
Oh. Damn. Because if there were just a bunch of individual creatures themselves mashed together into this one, then this play was going to be really cool. But
what were you trying to do?
Well, I have a spell that has a range of damage that says each creature in this range takes a certain amount of damage.
Okay, it would just be the one creature.
Yeah. Oh, that would be such a fun play. Anyway, all right. So, I guess, since I have picked up Esme's bow and placed it on my back, as well as my rifle, I guess first thing I'll do is unsheath my +2 rapier.
Okay.
And then use my bonus action to cast Shadow Blade at 2nd level. Okay. So at that point, right after I unsheath my rapier, my other hand starts to almost looks like I'm playing a piano with it in the air. As I do the shadow, my own shadow starts to kind of bubble, and little strings start pulling out and forming into this sword. Looks like just start wiggling and forming together to make a sword in my opposite hand.
Okay, I like that.
Then I will move. Actually, I think he's still in range. Yep. And then after doing that, I would like to, for my attack, I would actually like to cast another spell.
Okay.
Which will be at 4th level. I will cast Shatter.
All right. So you cast a spell. Now you want to cast another spell. Is that right?
Yes, the Shadow Blade spell only costs me 1 bonus action to cast.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
So for my actual action, I would like to cast Shatter at 4th level.
Okay. All right. Okay. There's a save involved with that.
Let me pull it up. Yes, it has to make a Constitution saving throw.
All And yeah, I kind of need to know what that save is. Okay, so it looks like it's a 15.
Yes. And wouldn't it? Would the zombie cloud be considered a construct?
See what it's classified as. It is classified as an undead.
Okay. So, okay.
All right, so the DC save is a Constitution 15. It fails. What's the damage?
It will take 5d8 thunder damage.
Okay.
Rolling for damage. 21.
All right. A loud, thunderous boom emanates from the creature. And will that end your turn?
Yep.
Okay. The creature continues to roar as these zombies that are appearing from behind the buildings continue forward as well. But instead of it continuing forward in its state, being injured, it backs up. Guess what these zombies do? They become one with it. Curtis, you're noticing that there is more of these undead creatures that seem to be appearing from behind you somewhere. Not sure exactly where they are coming from, Curtis, but they continue to fill the streets, making their way towards this battle. Now then, that brings us to Croesus. Croesus, or our gentleman that you freed from the massive flesh, rises to his feet, okay, and begins to make his way over towards the building in order to get protection from combat. The wizard also makes his way over with him as well and is tending to his wounds. That brings us to Brandon. Brandon, it is your turn. Battlefield's changed a little bit. This creature, Curtis, you see it absorb those zombies. You probably, I don't know if you're seeing. Roll me a perception check, just for fun, there, Brandon. I know how good you are at perception checks. So.
I got an 8.
Yeah, so you don't notice the zombies all basically forming up into the other zombie. But you do notice you can't find those zombies anymore. They're like, oh, well, the zombies are gone. That's good.
It's always a plus. So is the zombie clot going to get bigger, or is it still behind, I guess, this broken down shack?
That's a great question. Is it going to get bigger? We'll have to wait and see.
Okay.
So far, it's gotten smaller thanks to a spell.
Right. So, what I would like to do is I'd like to cast Eldritch Blast on the zombie clock.
All right. Okay.
I'm gonna do-
Roll your attacks.
Yep. Does an 11 hit?
Unfortunately, no. But you do have advantage on these attacks as he is lit up with fairy fire. Only. Oh, okay. Wait. Yeah, the building nullifies that because he's got partial cover. So yeah, it's just gonna be a normal attack.
Alright.
So unfortunately, that does miss.
I have 2 of those, correct? That I can roll for damage?
I believe you
Or-
do have 2 bolts at
Yeah.
this point in time as lit.
I'm gonna do. Does a 24 hit?
Looking at your spells now. Eldritch Blast. Yeah, you have 2. All right.
Okay.
I'm sorry. What was the second attack?
A 24?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Alright. Rolling damage. That will be a 7.
All right. 7 points of damage.
Yeah.
Well, that ends your turn.
Yes. Yes, it will.
Okay. So, Brandon, you loose your Eldritch bolts at the large creature, Gracie, the companion that you have risked all to assist his making his way behind cover, as your mounted combatant that has taken your back has then dismounted. But the battle rages forth. What would you like to do?
Yeah, so I'm going to move 25 feet to meet this dude.
Okay.
While doing that, as you mentioned before last time, I will wield the other scimitar in my hand, which is a free action, right?
Okay.
And then for my first attack action, I'm going to slash it with the scimitar.
So I want to make sure you remember, you charging forward like that with your racial ability, you could hit it with your hooves. You know that, right?
Yeah, I can.
It's one of your little abilities. Trying to find it now. Got a lot of abilities. Wow. There's so much going on here.
Okay, so I think for meeting it, I
Charge.
still have to do a regular
Oh, you have to move
attack.
30 feet. Yeah. Okay.
Well, it does say at least 30 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, it takes a bonus action. Okay. Never mind then. I'll be quiet. Go ahead and
Because
make.
then I could attack it and then do the charge.
Well, you have
Right?
to move 30 feet and you only move 25.
Okay. I will move 30 feet.
Well, that takes you past it. Just do your thing. Just do your
Okay.
attacks.
Alright.
Plus, it takes a bonus action, and it's going to require a bonus action for you to attack with both your weapons the way you want to.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna go back down.
So attack
I
scimitar.
know I rolled a 1 plus 6. I think that'd be 7.
So 7's not going to hit.
Yeah.
So with your 2-weapon fighting, okay, you get another attack as a bonus action, but you don't add your attack modifiers and so forth to it. Okay. So it's just a flat D20 roll. Go ahead and do that for me.
Does an 11 hit?
Really close. Unfortunately, no. Wait, no. Zombie, yeah, that's it. Yeah, you do hit a zombie. Roll damage.
This 3 damage.
And you also have your second attack. Okay. So you have 2 attacks, and then you have the bonus action attack. Go ahead and roll your normal second attack. So you get 2 attacks with your scimitar, and then the bonus action would be your offhand, which we've already rolled. So roll your other attack with your scimitar.
Does a 15 hit?
Yes. Roll damage.
Oh, there's 4 damage. So that means 7 damage. No. Yeah, 7 damage up.
Okay. And will that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So you charge forward and you slash at this creature. Okay. And as you do, one of his arms falls off. Okay. Unfortunately for you, in this game, that's really bad. As the arm continues to move on the ground. Don't want to do that. We're going to make this red guy right there. That's his arm. It's going to have an attack too. Okay. So you lop its arm off, but it still seems to be animated. The zombie's none too happy either. Will that end your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. So Curtis, that brings us to your turn. Your centaur newest companion is charged forth and attacked the zombie that sits below you. Its arm falling to the ground, but clawing at the ground, trying to continue at the centaur. As the zombie clot has backed up and has absorbed more of these zombies, what would you like to do? Is Curtis back? Should be.
Sorry, I didn't realize I was muted. I want to. Where'd it go? I want to cast darkness right on top of the zombie clot.
Okay. All right. Is that going to end your turn?
And then I want to hold on, son of a bitch. These oh crap, it didn't click. These two here.
Yeah, the zombie and the zombie arm.
Okay, that's the zombie. Okay, I want to go down and attack this zombie.
Okay.
I want to use let me use my scimitar.
Okay.
Let's see, 23 to hit.
Are you doing the spell?
Huh?
Are you still casting darkness?
Yeah.
Okay. So you cast darkness, then you're flying down there and are attacking him. Okay, very good. All right. You should be able to move your character, but if not, I'll do it for you.
Yeah. I got. Oh,
There you go.
I hadn't got there yet. I'm a little slow at this.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm here to help.
So, does a 23 hit?
23 will hit.
Okay, so 8 points of damage.
Nice. Will that end your turn?
Um, bonus action. I'm gonna try to telekinetic shove. Oh wait, no, I can't. Or, no, yeah, I'm gonna telekinetic shove it back.
Okay. And that's against the zombie, right?
Yeah, the one that I just attacked.
And how much damage did you do it?
8 points.
8 points. Okay, so that last little 8 points is going to be enough to kill it. Okay. So it is dead, but yeah, we'll say that it gets shoved back, okay, from your telekinetic shove. And we'll say it gets shoved back, and now it's in the very darkness that you have created on the battlefield that surrounds the zombie clock. Nobody can see the zombie clock right now. They just see the orb of darkness that radiates it from it within 15 feet in every direction. Actually, I think I need to make an adjustment. Because it's probably about that big. Okay. All right. Is that end your turn?
I was. Yeah, who's this? Are they
That's
injured?
your centaur friend.
Is she injured?
She injured? No.
Okay. Then yes, that's going to be the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. That brings us to Damon. Damon, you're on the battlefield. You see the large zombie clot disappear in a orb of darkness as a fairies come down to help your centaur friend dispatch a zombie. But it appears that one of those zombies' arms is animated on its own and continues to move around. You're seeing that there are other creatures trying to appear from behind some of these buildings, making their way into the battlefield. More zombies. Well, they seem to be in the distance, so they're all about 40 to 50 feet from you, give or take.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
The zombie up at the top behind the 2 blue buildings.
Okay.
I'm gonna use a dash action to get within 10 feet of that guy.
Okay. All right. About right there, right? Yeah. About right there. All right. Push you just in the other side of the buildings from it. Very good. Will that end your turn?
Yep.
Okay. All right. And that brings us to top of initiative. Things happening. Matt, that is your turn.
Yeah, it is. You bet. You bet. Well, see. I see. I'm going to take it that since big bad boy over there is covered in dark, that maybe that's not the target I'm supposed to be going for. But I'm gonna go for one of these other ones.
I kind of hear you talking, but you're talking
Sorry.
really well.
Sorry, maybe don't sleep behind me. I'm assuming my character I think is gonna assume since the big giant zombie guy is now shrouded in darkness. Maybe
Yeah,
that.
I heard you. Just
Oh,
having.
okay. These blue circles
Yeah.
are zombies.
Yeah, they seem to be saturated, bloated even.
Yeah, I don't like that. I am not sure if I have eyes on any of those targets.
You can see it moving around behind the buildings.
Right, but I don't think I can get to a spot to whack them. I see a red dot.
Yeah, that's an arm of a
Oh,
zombie.
okay. It's arm of a zombie. Gotcha. So I'm thinking if I can move into a position. I don't know if you let me. Do I have eyes on this one at all?
If you move to that other position, would you be able to see him? Sure.
Okay. If you allow that, then I guess that's what I'm gonna need to do. Ish.
Yeah, you can see him. He has partial cover, but that doesn't stop you. Not when you're searching.
And I am I still in stealth?
You can roll the stealth, but you're like out in the middle of the field. So yeah, you can roll a
That's
stealth.
what I mean. Well, because I was stealthed, so I don't know if you wanted me to break it to come out here.
Oh,
I'll just roll normal attack.
okay.
-5 for the +10. Still puts me at 24 to hit.
That hits.
No sneak damage. That'll put me at 21 damage.
21.
21.
Okay. Well, there was a zombie over there.
And that'll
It
be.
has been dispatched.
That will
As
be.
you, yeah.
That'll be my turn.
Okay. All right. Okay. That brings us to all the other guys. Yay. So, you're seeing or not seeing these zombies disappear into the darkness.
I don't think I like that. I think that's some bad juju.
I didn't make the darkness.
You made the zombies.
I didn't make the zombies. Gary Guy got you. Okay.
Semantics.
Oh yeah. over and back, like in that town area, like you just killed a zombie, and you like see another one. Where are these things coming from? Seem to be like wet, as though they are saturated. You see one of them lumber towards you there, Damon, through the buildings. It seems bloated. It is so wet and saturated. It looks like it's been like a sponge, just soaking up all kinds of water. As it moves around, it still sloshes, and it comes forward and attacks at you with a slam action. Okay. Will a 13 hit? I don't think a 13 is going to hit you, will it? Damon?
Sorry, I was muted.
No,
No, I have an armor class of 19.
Okay, good. So it slams at you, but you easily move out of its way. But you do see more of these zombies still stepping forward, getting closer to the battlefield. Yay, zombies. You guys like zombies, right?
Not when they're not on my team.
Hope you like zombies, because you guys got a lot of zombies. Alright, that brings us to the arm. So that arm I mentioned down there on the ground, it's going to attack at you there, Gracie.
Alright.
What's your AC?
15.
It hits.
I don't like the quietness.
I'm just bringing up something, that's all. So I'm going to roll damage.
He's rolling a lot of dice.
Take 5 points of bludgeoning damage. And that's going to end all of my action. Oh, right. So, Wizard steps forward, steps back. I think that's going to end my turn for right now. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to loose a magic missile at the arm. And the arm is no more. So the magic missile comes out and destroys the arm of the zombie, and the zombie's arm is no longer moving. Yay! That brings us to Leslie. Leslie, it is your turn. Okay? The large zombie cloud has disappeared in a orb of darkness. As the battle rages forward, other zombies are emerging from the town. Some of them bloated. They look saturated with a lot of water. What would you like to do?
Well, which action would it cost me my action to do an investigation check?
Okay. It'll take you some time to accomplish that. What are you trying to investigate?
Well, First, let me say it like this. What I'm wanting to do is move my character that the max range he can walk this way. Okay. Then, from there, I know it's going to probably cost me my bonus action, but I'm going to come... Oh, actually, there is something missing from this. My owl.
Okay.
Yeah, my owl is its own creature.
Okay.
Now that I think about that, let me back up here.
Let's see if I have an owl. I do have something else. I'll find it. But go ahead and continue.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so I want to move 40 feet this way and then have my owl fly up to 60 feet this way. And since I can see whatever the owl sees, I want to see if I can do an investigation check through the owl's eyes to see if there's any spot where these zombies are coming from. Because they all have one singular point they're going to.
So that's going to be your owl.
Okay.
All right. And
Right
I'm
now
gonna
he's
give
perched
you,
on my shoulder.
you have control of the owl's movement.
So right now, the owl's gonna move with me, but
Okay.
I'm gonna maybe double check where that spot was. Right there, okay. I'm gonna move my full walking speed with the owl on my shoulder here.
Yeah.
At which point I will command the owl to fly 60, its full range of flight to pretty much the top of this chimney.
Okay.
And then through the eyes of the owl, I would like to do an investigation check from that height.
You can do a perception. The investigation check it's like, that takes a long time to do because you're
okay.
actively searching the area for clues. Okay. But you go ahead and make me a perception check.
Does 19? 19.
Yes. Okay. So, your owl notices something. Okay. Over here, you see that there's a well for the city, and emerging out of that well is a zombie. Okay. And you can see a wet trail leading towards the other zombies that have been already making their way towards the battlefield. One could conclude that the source of those zombies is the well. As you look around the town, you can see that there are 3 wells in the city. And it appears that the zombies have been emerging from those different wells and making their way towards this area, converging on them. Okay?
Okay.
And there you have it.
And that costs me my action, or do I still have it?
No, you still have your action. That is simply the action of the owl. So it's completely separate. Okay?
Okay. So, and also with that same perception check, did my owl notice any life, like living beings besides the zombies in this town?
Other than the ones that you were fighting with right now, no. It seems that if there is anyone that is alive in this town, they have taken refuge inside the buildings.
Damn. Okay. All right. In that case, let's see. I can't see. The only one I can really see is this one. I can't see him anymore. I definitely can't see him because he's behind a building. Let's see. I guess I will. Do I still have my bonus action? Or did I use that by commanding the owl?
Technically, it would be a bonus action to give the command to the owl.
Okay.
But what were you wanting to do?
I was going to use my bonus action to enter my blade song.
Didn't you do that already?
Actually, no. I haven't.
Okay.
I haven't entered my blade song once.
Okay. I don't know why I thought I heard you describe that earlier. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. I'll let you do that.
Okay. I now enter my blade song. Thus, I can move an extra 10 feet.
Okay.
Let's go right there. Then I guess I will.
Now, you know the antimatter rifle or the necrotic damage wielding rifle didn't do any damage to that large clot, but you haven't tried it on any of the zombies yet. I want to point that.
Let's see. Moving from there. Yeah, I still only have range on this zombie. So, but right now I also have my swords in hand. So it would cost me my action to sheath them and pull that out.
Technically, it's a free. Well, yeah, okay, I just wanted to. I didn't want to let you know that I'm not just like trying to be a dick and made everything in this world immune to necrotic damage. I'm not that thing. Okay.
All good. All good.
It's just the big creature.
So I guess I will use a. Wait, how far is that creature from me? Oh, he's pretty far. He's far enough. I can't. No. All right, I will cast a second level. I'll use a second level spell slot to cast Shatter on this zombie.
I'm sorry. Is this zombie? Okay, yeah, okay, got it. All right, I see what you're talking about.
Right.
Zombie in the motor.
Yep.
Okay. The DC save is a 15 Constitution.
Yep.
I failed it with the zombie. Sorry, zombie. And what's the damage?
3d8 thunder, and that is 10.
10?
Yep.
You said 10 points? Okay. All right. Okay. It does. You start squeezing the water out of it with its shatter. You see some of its liquids spilling out of it as the seams of it seem to come undone, and bits of flesh and unknown, uneasily identifiable parts begin spilling out of it. But it's still alive, which is really troublesome. Is that going to end your turn?
Well, hypothetically speaking, wouldn't there be a bonus to that damage because it is technically, or is it just a sound that's making the damage, or is it actually electricity, thunder damage that's doing it?
Well, thunder damage is not electrical damage.
Okay. Then, yeah, that'll end my turn.
It's classified more as like a sonic sound.
Okay.
That brings us to Brandon. Brandon, the battle's raging before you. What would you like to do? You're kind of back there by yourself.
All right. I am to move 30 feet.
So So you can't really see any enemies from where you are, except that maybe this guy over here that's attacking Damon or Ether, because all the other enemies are going to be obscured, and he's yes.
Okay. I am going to use my bow, and I'm going to attack the one that is over here, or next to me.
Okay. Should have the range, 65 feet, so that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that Damon's in the way, so it's going to be partial cover.
So, is that disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Okay.
Unless you have something like sharpshooter that may negate you having.
Let me see. I know I do have steady aim, but I can't use that. So. Does a 20 hit?
Yes. So flying over your shoulder, Damon, you see a arrow strikes this zombie. What's the damage on that?
That is going to be... That is going to be 11, and 2 of that is going to be radiant.
2 of that's radiant. Okay. All right.
And I don't know if it has area effect for that. So.
So the shot rings out over your shoulder, and when it hits, a burst of light emanates from the arrow, doing considerable amount of damage to the zombie. Will that end your turn, Brandon?
I will go for another shot. Does a 21 will hit, correct?
Yes.
Thing.
What?
I'm rolling damage. That'll be 11, and 6 of that will be radiant.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
And that will end my turn. Yes.
So you say 11, but 6 of it is radiant.
Yes, correct.
Could you, in the future, give me them separately? Because, like, damage types, like earlier you had said, you did 8 radiant and 13 of the radiant. I literally chalked that up as 8 radiant damage doubled, and then 13 radiant damage doubled, which actually part of it was piercing, and then part of it was radiant. The only part I should be doubling is the radiant. Okay.
Gotcha. Yeah. I can definitely do that.
I appreciate that. And in moving on to our next person, it is Gracie. Gracie, all the enemies around you have been slain, but you can see movement from the buildings behind here. Of course, there's a large zombie creature. It obscured black orb. You can hear it there. You can hear a lot of rustling around, but you can't see anything. That's not terrifying.
Okay. I'm going to do 30 feet, which will land me here.
Okay.
And then, if I'm correct, I have to attack it first, and then I can do my charge. So I will attack it with the scimitar.
Okay.
That's a
attack,
19 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage, please.
That is 5 damage.
What was that?
That was 5 damage.
5 damage. Thank you.
And then attacking with the charge, which is with the hooves. That would be a 17 to hit.
Yes, that hits.
And that is 8 damage.
Okay. And you have second attack with your scimitar if you'd like.
I think yeah, I'll do the scimitar. Oof. That was a critical fail. +6, so that's a 7.
Okay, yeah, so that misses. So that ends your turn.
Can I make a perception? Because I'm assuming I don't see them coming out of the well.
Well, yeah, you can roll perception. That's fine.
Unless,
This will be your free action for the turn.
Wesley, unless he told us... It was Wesley, right?
Well, his
The
owl.
owl?
But
Okay.
hold on. Do you have a telepathic link with your owl, Wesley?
Yes, I do.
Okay. But you did not say that you were telling everyone what was going on, correct? So you're the only one that knows what the owl is seeing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So unfortunately, no, Gracie.
That's an 18 perception.
Yeah, you see the zombies, of course, all around you, and you can still see one climbing out of this well. Okay. And will that end your turn?
I'm assuming Curtis's character's not gonna hear me yell.
Probably. You're not that far away from him. You're only like 20 or 30 feet from him.
So I'm gonna yell to him that they're coming from the wells.
Okay.
So that he is informed. And that will
You have
end my
just been
turn.
informed that the zombies are emerging from the well. Okay. And that ends your turn. That brings us to Curtis. It is your turn. You have just been informed the zombies are coming from the well. You do see a number of zombies that are making their way into the combat area, emerging from the town. Of course, your centaur friend has taken the battle to them. What would you like to do?
I guess I'm gonna holler back at whoever can hear me and say, I guess they're coming from the well.
Okay.
And let's see, son of a bitch. I guess I'm gonna fly up to. My goodness. Fly up to the same one, this one. And attack that one.
All right.
With I'm gonna, huh?
Go ahead and make your attack, please.
I'm trying to get to there. I still have my scimitar, so 11 to hit.
That does hit.
We'll do 8 points of slashing.
For that injured turn.
Yes.
All right. So you hit with 8 points of damage. You see, of course, an arm fall off. Oh, wrong one. Alright, so this zombie right here, with a red dot on him, is the arm of that zombie. Yep.
Gotcha.
Will that end your turn?
Yes.
Okay. So this brings us to Damon. Damon, you have a zombie that's directly in front of you. You've been plunged by some arrows from one of your companions, but it still stands. What would you like to do? Damon, you there, bud?
Like to make an attack roll?
Sure.
All right. Natural 20.
Oh, right on. Let's
Nice.
get the result of that damage. It should all be doubled.
$20 points of damage. Slashing.
20. Very well. You split that thing straight in half with your halberd. And there are 2 zombies. It is very squishy. Very messy in that alley right now.
All right. And then I would like to use my move action to stride through the alleyway towards the zombie and use my... Could I use my second attack against that zombie?
It's only going to take you about 20 available targets. Yeah.
All right. Well, I would like to try and make an attack against that zombie as well. 19 to hit.
That will hit.
That will be 13 points of slashing.
Nice. You see that when you slash with a zombie, conveniently enough, sorry. You managed to kill, slice off one of its arms, and then normally that, except that today it's not. And we're there. We go. So this is going to be the arm of that guy right there. You mess him up considerably, and now there's more of him. All right. Will that end your turn?
I have a random question.
Yeah.
The arm that's popping off, does that count as something like moving out of my threat range? Could I get attack of opportunity on the arm as it popcorns off its body?
You know what I'll do? Just because it'd be cool. Give me an attack at disadvantage.
Okay. That'd be an 18 to hit.
Roll damage.
All right. 12 points of slashing damage.
It's a slight perversion of cleave, but technically you didn't kill him, but came off. Yeah, I'm gonna allow it. I think it's cool. Okay. So
Alright.
you lop the arm off, but then swipe upwards before it hits the ground and manage to cut it in half again. Okay, and will that end your turn?
Yes.
So we're going to start back to the top of initiative here. This will be the last turn for this evening. Okay, as it's getting close to 12 o'clock, I can see we'll be shutting down around 12. Okay, so that brings us to Matt. Matt, what would you like to do?
I would like to. I mean, it'd be awesome if I managed to get to something.
Sure.
I'm in bad angles for everything. That's why I don't fight in cities. I have a whole lot of bad. I can get to this guy. Maybe? What do you think?
Say again?
That trajectory, I think that's possible. Trying to find a way to help. Because I don't think I can get anywhere meaningful except for up here. So I'll try that if you let me. If that's behind the house, that angle.
Yeah, that's fine. You've got the movement to move there and still be able to make an attack. That's fine.
I'm gonna go ahead and make that attack. I do not have advantage, correct? There's no one. Oh, he's within 5 feet. So do I
He
get
is within 5 feet.
So I do get my sneak attack, but I do not get advantage. But I will -5 the attack. Ooh. 13.
15 will hit.
There's 13. Hit.
13 will hit.
Uh, 34.
34?
Yeah, 34.
Okay. Yeah. So, Uther, you slash with your halberd up its arm, and before you could turn back to, get back to its head, you see a well-timed arrow pierce through its head, and it falls over dead. Look over your shoulder, you see your companions, they coming down the road to assist you.
All right.
And will that end your turn, Matt?
Yes, it will.
Okay. And that brings us to Big Nasties. So there's a lot of sound coming from this orb of darkness. Okay. I noticed that we've all just kind of gone past it. It is going to start moving. And it lurches, tossing another hunk of flesh at the wizard. Okay.
But since it's in darkness, can it see the wizard?
No, but it can make the attack at disadvantage.
Okay.
Good
It's like
news
I
is
knew there was something out there.
The good news is, because of the disadvantage, the natural 20 will not hit, but it does hit normally. So the wizard here is captured in entombed in flesh. This other guy was earlier today. Okay, Brandon, you're the only one over there. Just want to throw that out there. Okay. Zombies continue to march forward. Okay. We're going to converge here. Making a down here. Gracie. We needed your AC.
My armor class is 15.
15. Actually, that's one hit. That's 3 hits. 3 hits. So 1, 2, and 3. We'll say that the arm is not. Okay. So we are. Gonna roll some damage here. Three hits. You're gonna take 14 points of bludgeoning damage as the zombies begin.
I have a question. Can I use the reaction Runic Shield?
One more time.
Can I use the
Runic
reaction Runic Shield? Oh, never mind. It's a hit and attack roll. Sorry, I misread that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. How much damage was it?
14 points of bludgeoning damage.
Like total?
Yeah, give me 1 second. I was trying to do something. I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, sorry. You're good.
What was I doing with this? Moving forward. Okay. So yes, 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Okay, and that brings us to Wesley. Wesley, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. Let's see.
All the enemies that are within your sight are vanquished, but this orb of darkness is creeping your. You could probably see that this guy's been covered with flesh. Okay, but all the enemies that you can see are down.
Okay, so hypothetically, since I am still in my blade song, I can move 50 feet now.
Okay.
So if I were to move 50 feet to about right here, and I've mapped it out, it going through here and through here. If I went here, would I be able to see this guy?
Roll me a perception check when you get there.
Okay.
You definitely see this zombie. This guy, you don't have to roll a perception check to see. You do see this guy. Perception check to see if you see this guy behind the buildings. Or between.
22.
Yes, so you notice, you can hear a commotion and see the zombies filing towards what you can only assume are your companions. And of course, you see one zombie that is about 10 feet from you. Okay.
Okay, that's all I needed to know.
All right. Well, that
Let's see. So, just need to double check one thing. Okay. Since I can see him, I would. Okay, and just so I'm clear, so. Would a 10-foot sphere around him pretty much reach out here? Like, would this be the... This would be the range of it, correct?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. So, with that in mind, I would like to cast at 3rd level Scatter on that.
Yeah, it'll affect all three of them.
Yep. So they all three have to
Make a save.
make a con save.
15.
DC 15. Yep.
That's a fail. That's a fail. They all failed. What's the damage?
Okay, so for one of them, the damage is going to be 25.
Okay.
For the second one, 16. And for the last one, 16 as well.
So we'll say the one you originated the spell on, he's cooked. And the other two are hurt. Okay. Roll me. What's the damage type on that? Shatter? Thunder. Never mind then. If it was like bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing, it may cause an arm to come off or a leg. You know, you can even cut off.
What?
Yeah. So basically, if you roll a certain amount of damage, what I do is I roll a die for these Strahd zombies, and based on the die that I roll, determines whether or not something falls off, or what falls off. Sometimes it can be. That does in your turn. You said, right?
I will use my bonus action to command my owl to fly its full flight to right here.
Okay. And is that going to end your turn?
That will end my turn.
That brings us to Brandon. Brandon, you see this orb of darkness lumber forward, and from it a mass of flesh that comes and hits upon the wizard, entombing him in this massive flesh. What would you like to do?
Alright, so with that in mind, I would like to move my full movement to here. Am I in range to help my trapped companion?
Yeah, you can make an attack against the massive flesh.
Okay.
It has
I'm
an
just
AC
gonna
of 10, and it has
AC
25.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna pull out my short sword, and I'm gonna make an attack. That will be a natural 20 for 28.
Okay, yeah, that'll hit. Roll me some damage.
All right. It'll be piercing, so that'll be 11.
That's doubled.
Yes, that is double. It doubled it for me. So,
All right, so large gash, and you can see the wizard beneath, but there's still more flesh to go through.
okay. I have a second attack. I'm gonna hit the flesh again.
Okay.
Does it's 16 hits, correct?
That does.
Okay. That will be a 10.
Okay. So 10 and 11, that's 21. You cut most of the fresh flesh free, but he's still
Wouldn't the I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm so sorry. Wouldn't the 11 from the first attack be doubled since it was a nat 20?
That was the double damage.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So he rolled low on the critical hit.
Yeah, D&D Beyond kind of doubled it for me, so I didn't have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So will that end your turn, Brandon?
That will end my turn.
That brings us to Gracie. Gracie, you are surrounded by zombies, and they are not happy with you. What would you like to do?
Okay.
They all want an
so
autograph.
I know. I'm just that pretty.
Paparazzi.
So, I have a quick question. Am I able to use the fire rune and then attack?
Are you able to use a fire rune, then attack?
Because I know it says when you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, you can invoke the rune to summon fiery shackles.
Okay. So yeah, when you hit. Okay.
Cool.
All right. Fire rune. While wearing or carrying an object with this rune, blah blah blah, your proficiency. In addition, when you hit a creature with an attack, so that's what it takes. You hit a creature with an attack, you can invoke the rune, summon its fiery shackle. Okay. So you just say, "Hey, I'm going to do the thing," and I'll be like, "Oh, okay. What's that save again?" And you'll be like, "It's this," and I'll be like, "Okay," and then we'll do the thing.
Okay. I'm going to attack. I'll do the one in front of me. The one that looks like a woman?
The one that looks like a zombie?
Not that one, but the one like in front of me.
Okay.
Yeah. That one.
The one in the middle.
Yeah. That would have been way easier to say, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna hit it with my scimitar, and then hopefully if I hit, I'm gonna activate the rune.
Okay.
Oh, does a 15 hit?
15 does hit.
Cool. Now I'm assuming it does the slashing along with the fire.
Yeah, so you invoke the damage, so when you roll damage, roll all of it, okay? The piercing or slashing and the fire damage, okay? Now I do a save against the fire damage, okay? This is going to be a 14 strength save, which feasts, okay? But you still do damage. He's just the shackles can hold him. Okay. So you do your damage type of the weapon, and then an additional 2d6. Okay.
Yeah, so that was 5 slashing and then 3 fire.
Okay. So 3 fire. And how much slashing?
5.
Okay. That makes it 8. All right. Will that end
Okay,
your turn?
not quite. So with my second action, what I want to do is I want to use my hooves. Oh, the little arm thing is already killed, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. I'm still gonna use my hooves, and I'm going to kind of like attack, but like try to knock them back, if that makes sense.
Yes.
And I'm gonna do the one that I cut the hand off.
Okay.
That'd be a 25 to hit,
That hits.
and that is 4 damage.
Okay. Will that end your turn?
Yes. Yes.
All right. That brings us to Curtis. Curtis, there in front of you, of course, is your centaur friend by all these zombies. She is doing her best to fend them off, but could you like to do?
Let's see. I think I want to just start wailing on him. Unarmed strike.
Okay.
First to the one that's directly in front of me.
Okay. Got it.
Do unarmed strike for. Does 12 hit?
It will.
Alright, so that's 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to bonus action Fury of Blows.
Okay.
And this is in my way. For a 13 to hit.
That will hit.
And so that's gonna be, what is it?
I'm not
It's-
sure. I'm asking.
I'm trying to read.
I'm
thinking
just
out
playing.
loud. It's
I'm
2.
playing. It's gonna be the same damage that you rolled as well.
Okay, so yeah, but it's 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. So
Yes.
that's my second arm unarmed is a 22 to hit
That'll hit.
for another 3.
Okay.
And that should be it, right?
You didn't give me damage for the second hit.
Oh, it's gonna be 3 for bludgeoning.
All right. And so you basically with unarmed strike, okay, you have a normal attack, and then if you hit, you can use your bonus action to your flurry of blows. But you should have 2 attacks normal. You still have another attack.
Okay, so I'm gonna unarmed strike again.
Okay.
for a 16 to hit,
That will hit.
for another 3 bludgeoning. So that should be what, a total of 12 bludgeoning.
Yep. That's correct. Now, and that ends your turn.
Correct.
All right. So you pummel the zombie, but it continues to withstand. The battle ranges forward as this undead threat continues to make its mark in this land that you found yourselves in. We'll have to find out what happens the next time that we join next Saturday. Yeah, hopefully we can all get around about the same time next week to where we have full 4 hours of session to actually play. Okay. Scheduling is the biggest enemy with any D&D game, I would say. So hopefully next week we'll be able to get on the same page and all get started around the same time. But I hope that you guys all had fun playing. Okay. I know. And we will pick up next time when we play Curse of Strahd on the Table of the Tavern. But until then, be kind to each other as we're all in this together. And say goodnight, everyone.
Good night, everyone.